Good morning, and thank you all for coming. It's great to have you here. My name is Catherine Breed Byers, and I am here today to talk to you about resumes and how to write a fantastic resume. How many of you have been out there on the internet looking for a job and you found the perfect position? It has everything you want in your next job. It's at a company you're interested in, you're really excited about it, and you think, this is my perfect job. So you stop everything. You sit down, you customize your resume, you customize your cover letter, and then you hit submit. And nothing happens. And a day goes by, and a week goes by, and another week goes by. What is going on the other side? Where did your resume go? What are those people doing over there? You know you're the perfect candidate. Well, I could spend days probably telling you what's going on that other side. You can't control it. And you can't worry about trying to control it. But there are some things that you can control on your end that can give you a much better chance of getting your resume up to the top of the pile and in front of the decision maker so that you're in interviewing and getting that perfect job that you see. So, two things I want to mention about that. First of all, how are you going to get that perfect job that you see? When you're out on the internet and you're looking at jobs, make sure you have 8 out of 10 of the required skills. So often you'll get pulled in and something looks interesting and you know you've got all the right skills and you think, I'm going to sit down and quickly apply for this because if I don't apply for it, I might miss the opportunity. Sit down and ask yourself, do I have 8 out of 10 of the required skills that are listed on this job posting? If you don't have 8 out of 10 of the required skills, don't apply. I know. People hate it when I tell them that, but it's really true. If you're applying online and you're going through some sort of a system to get to the recruiter or the hiring manager on the other side, you're simply not going to make it to the top of the pile and you're not going to get a phone call and you've just wasted an hour or 2 or 3 of your time. So, first thing you can control is when, where, and how you apply for jobs. The second thing you can control is writing a great resume, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about 3 simple tips to writing a great resume. Tip number 1, a resume is not about where you've been. It's about where you're going. Sounds kind of counterintuitive because resumes talk about where you've been, right? They talk about your past jobs, what you did at those jobs over the years, your history. But the thing of it is, the purpose of a resume is not to get you that job again. It's to get you the job that you want next in your career. And so as you're creating and tweaking and refining your resume and customizing it for different jobs, always keep that in mind. What you say in your resume is about where you want to go. So that brings us to tip number 2. Your resume is designed to get you an interview. It's not designed to get you a job. What do I mean by that? What I mean is less is more, and your resume is really just about piquing their interest. You want to give them enough information that they say, Bob looks like he might be a really great fit for this position. Even if he's not a fit for this position, he might be a good fit for our company. I think I should call him and invite him in for an interview. That's what you want your resume to do. How many of you bought a Wii for Christmas for somebody in your family this year? When you went to the store and looked at the Wii and picked the box up and read what it had to say about all the fun you were going to have, did the product label tell you everything you needed to know about how to plug it in, how to get the game working, what some of the challenges might be? No, it didn't. It just gave you enough information to compel you to carry it to the register and take it home. That's what you want your resume to do. You want to compel people to pick up the phone and call you to learn more. So, less is more. Keep it clean and simple and keep it focused on where you want to go in terms of what information you put out there. Tip number 3, great resumes don't talk about job descriptions. They talk about accomplishments, features and benefits. What do I mean by that? Well, let's assume I am a restaurant owner and I want to hire a new waiter. As I'm looking at resumes, I do not want to see Tom, waiter, took food orders, carried them into the kitchen, brought the food back to the table and set it down. I know that waiters do that. That's about as basic as you can get. I don't need to see that on a resume. However, what I don't know about Tom, unless he shares it on his resume, is that he was the #1 waiter for the last 8 months in revenues. What I also don't know about Tom, unless he takes the time to tell me in his resume, is that he went out on his own and developed a marketing campaign to drive lunch business. Their lunch business was slow. He developed a marketing campaign and he increased business sales by 22%. Really unusual for a waiter. That is definitely something I'd be interested in knowing about him. The other thing that a great waiter probably has in their bag to brag about is the fact that they're the most requested. Repeat customers request them more than any other waiter. So those are the kind of things that I want a waiter to put on his resume. And those are the kind of things that I want you to think about as you're crafting your resume. What is unique about you? What have you done that's different and noteworthy? And what are the features and benefits that make you unique? What do you bring to the table that I won't know about you unless you tell me, that I can't judge by looking at your past job descriptions? I hope these 3 simple tips help you go write a great resume, control what you can control, and get to that top of the pile and get that phone call that you deserve because you're talented. All you need is to get past the system into the hands of the right people. And if you follow these 3 simple tips, I think it'll get you well on your way.